Hello everyone and welcome to a new installment of Shadow Recon. Today we'll be looking over Operation Immortal Sins and the December calendar that dropped yesterday. So, so we have the first Series 2 vehicle, which has sonic weaponry, the Boomer. Now it has move and shoot assault mode, which is similar to what the Phalanxes have, in which they will shoot from in range, but they will keep moving towards the target. And here the extra thing is they deal uh, 1.5 damage more damage up close. And at level 10, it deals more damage while up close and takes less damage while moving. And level 20 improves these talents further. And the faction talent for them is bonus movement speed, if you looked at Karen's faction talent. So this is the beginning of True Believer's arc. Brother Jeremiah has returned, offering his assistance in driving Mototo's forces. Does he return reformed, or is betrayal in the cards? In Operation Immortal Sins, commanders will be faced with the mission track and the challenge base track, earn huge amounts of event XP, and unlock the bonus challenge base for your chance at a huge XP payout. Use the event XP to purchase prizes in the event store. So, split off from the Sentinel in order to pursue the Machine God with more ferocity. Brother Jeremiah was tired of Malachi's moderate approach to faith. So we have two new units to their arsenal. The Abaddon are the truest zealots of the true believers. Wielding rocket hammers, they aim to strike fear into their opponents' hearts and even more zeal into their own forces. So this is similar to what the Diacons had, in which they have an aura that boosts their allied infantry surrounding them. And we also have Baphomet. The Baphomet is a heavy armor, heavy weapon. It brings heavy casualties and heavy morale losses. And heavy morale losses. The Baphomet will not be stopped. So this will be kind of like the Pyromantis back with the Eastern Horde, in which it has very high health. But this one might have an aura that debuffs your units, so we'll have to wait and see until it comes out. The tracks are pretty much the same, except that the caches are now giving tungsten units and tech. The tungsten are for apostles, pathfinders, and Ryans, as well as their techs. And True Believer trophies never fail to be the most disturbing trophies of all. So, Boomers cap of 20 is 410k XP. Their gold tech is synthetic explosives, increases damage by 20% to all. Now the issue here is, or not issue, is one thing to note is that they don't have a variant tech unless it is missing from a briefing, but I doubt a tech will be that missing. Will go missing like this. So also one more thing to note is that Karen parts are available here for those who haven't unlocked her yet. And the upgrade tokens are capped at 10, which means you can take her to 15. The reason why you can take her to 15 and not 20 is because after level 10, she takes 2 tokens per level. So you can get her tokens and techs, and now you can earn elite and standard Asmodeus parts from the store. And now we are entering the campaign for Omega Asmodeus, and along with its first bronze text. So minimal resistance increases movement speed by 50%, and maximum drive increases acceleration and turn speed by 100%. I'm not sure why these texts are like this, but because now its movement is even sharper. So if you aren't careful, then you might end up running into enemy fire, especially with the movement speed one, because its acceleration is already boosted with the prototype tech. So if you have this on top, then that is going to make it very quick that you might end up going into enemy fire, whether through a mix clicks or uncalculated move. But these are the barn techs. We'll go cover the calendar. Now, as you know, the December 1st is when the event begins. And then we have Warpath, Gear Store updates. On 13th, the 12 Days of Kicksmith begins, also known as the day where you get gifts and you have no right to complain about them because they're free. And for December 12th, there is also the beginning of Fighter Company bases for Standard and Elite, and then on the 14th, you'll see the Omega. On the 16th, the invasion begins, and you will also be able to see Kinda's bases, which is the Corpus Defensive Unique that is coming soon. After that, it's going to be roughly the same up until the 26th. The 26th is when you'll see the Hyperion bases popping up, and they'll be replacing the Hoplite bases. And after that, on the 30th, skirmish begins. So just to give an idea of what skirmish really is, it's basically going to offer the hero version for the new unit before the new unit comes out. So this coming skirmish will feature the hero version of the next Series 2 vehicle that is coming after the Boomer. And you'll be able to catch up on Karen tokens and get her to 20. And you will be also limited to Series 2 solar units, which are the Hyperion, the Commandant, and the Janissaries. So until then, make sure to work on these 3 before skirmish begins. And for any veteran commanders out there, you no longer have an excuse as to being suddenly dropped in on you. It was planned to drop this month, like in November. Skirmish was planned to drop in November, but it was kept a secret so that no one would see it coming, like basically as a surprise. On top of that, being limited in what you're using is never was never a new thing. Like, even back during the Legacy era, the introduction of the island and the cave bases, where you couldn't use a whole class of units, this is no different, and we got it even a bit stricter with the faction tracks, and even where back when tokens were a thing, there were also the bonus bases, the bonus token bases, where you can only use the new unit you've earned to beat these bases and get tokens. So being restricted to 3 units is not something new, and it shouldn't be something hard for any veteran or old players to adapt to. Even if Hyperion and Commandants don't shoot air unless they're level 20, you have Janissaries, and Hyperion Splash can hit air. And there are many ways you can bait the air units into being near a ground a building or a ground unit in order to splash them with the Hyperion. And their splash is even bigger if you're aligned to Corpus. So basically, this is what Skirmish is going to be from here on out. And once we have the Sonic vehicles all unlocked for all 3 factions, we will be transitioning to that, and then the cycle repeats itself. As far as Showdown will remain a hero-centric event, and it won't change. There are going to be some changes, but as far as what it offers, it's going to remain the same. But since it's in February, it is still going through iterations, and the team is seeing what they can do until then. So, all in all, Skirmish is going to be this way, and for any veteran commander, you better stop using Ruby or trying to look for the easiest way out, and try to learn your units and their capabilities by yourself, preferably, as videos on YouTube can be a little misleading. That's going to be it. Thanks for everyone watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me here or on Discord. And I'll see you guys next time, and good luck in your event. Take care.